Trackside here with Clint Hall, speaking on behalf of the Hall stable. He's the stable foreman, and having a look at his drives and the runners in the stable on Friday night. Firstly, Soho New York, drawn 2, bumps into a pretty handy field.
Yeah, certainly tested there, Matt. We'll duck him behind the one horse and hope for the best.
Race 2, authorised, everyone's favourite out in barrier 6. His form lately has actually been pretty good. He's been a bit unlucky not to win. One of Alicios Falcon, who's another one of the favourites, is drawn out in 11. Awkward draws for the pair, but the 2600 sort of helps.
Yeah, certainly does, Matt. Either of them could probably win that race with the right run, but you wouldn't be diving into short odds on either of those horses. So, yeah, just hopefully both get a good trip, and they'll be somewhere about to finish.
The two worst possible draws you could have over a mile at any track is 7 and 12, and you've lobbed both of them in the next. Mohegan Sun and Sinosilicophobia. The latter, she's flying, Sinosilicophobia. Mohegan Sun, been a little bit disappointed these last couple of runs, and from a wide draw, it makes things a bit harder.
Yeah, especially over the short trip, Matt. It's an MO to M2. We've used the claims on both of them to get them back as MOs, and they're still drawn 7 and 12, so I don't know how good the split classes are really standing up at the moment from a handicapping perspective. But anyway, they'll be doing their best, and again, it's tough from those draws over short trips.
Race number 4, Classic American resumes. Barrier 4 for him off the 10 metres, 2 off the 10 metres. His form last campaign was first class. Has he come back well?
He certainly has, mate. He trialled fantastic on Sunday. We probably originally were going to give him 2 trials, but he trialled that well that he's just got to go round, and we're hoping for bigger and better things with this horse come later in the year.
Race number 5, there's 9 starters in this, and Senior has not a bad excuse in 2, racing well. Vapor's racing well in 4. The Court Jester out in 5, and Crusader Banner in 9. 4 runners. A few nice horses around them too, like Erskine Range and Little Boy Blue, but these are quite nice types that you've got in this race.
Yeah, they are, Matt. They're horses that are going to win more races than this race on Friday night, but you'd think given the barrier draw, Erskine Range can be very hard to beat. Although Crusader Banner and Vapor have really got their hoof on their tail at the moment.
Not a bad excuse, has been going well. His run 2 starts ago was nice and strong. He's got a bit of gate speed, looking to try and cross early. Yeah,
look, man, if I thought he could hold down, you'd probably be happy to have an each-way ticket on him. He's going well, but I thought Erskine Range might just have a little bit too much toe for him early, and that might leave him in a bad spot off the rail outside Erskine Range.
It's a fair comment there. Race number 6, Soho High Roller out in 6. He's in the last here at Pinjarra today, and he looks pretty well placed. Soho Jackman returned well with a win first up. Drawn 6 and 7 in the free-for-all. It's an even sort of free-for-all, so the barrier draws sort of bring them back to the field a little bit.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. They've both given the right run, could figure in the finish. It's a pretty even bunch. It was pref draw on dollars, so all the ones that have earned money have drawn bad, so that does even them out a bit. And again, if either of them get the trip of the race, they'll be winning.
The Group 1, race number 7, Lightning Jolt's drawn barrier 12. A horrible draw, but 2100. Andy's got a lot of ability. He's an absolute monster of an animal, and he looks to be improving with every run. His form's only got 1 win on the board, but he's a very exciting type.
Yeah, Matt, I'm pretty excited to be heading down there Friday night to drive him. We knew we had to draw there, given the only ODM horse. He trialled well on Sunday. His manners were good, and he come home sub-28, given a slow mile rate, but that's all we really wanted to do. And look, given the right run, he'd be very hard to beat.
Race number 9, barriers 1 and 12. Barrier 1 for Avalon Bromack, who's returned really well. Barrier 12 for My Mate Stryle, which you've freelanced the drive on. Not a good draw for you, but a very good draw for Avalon Bromack.
Yes, certainly, Matt. Avalon Bromack will give him something to chase. There's a few horses with back class in there, like Jinky Johnson and Braveview Bomber, maybe even Hot Shot Hall. But you'd think Avalon Bromack would be there for a long way.
And finally, in the last race, Soho Monza. This horse's last 3 runs have been very good. 2500 should suit him perfectly. He could run a bit of a cheeky race on Friday.
Yeah, he's my each way for the night, Matt. If he happened to work to the front, it would be fantastic and give him something to chase. But Demond is probably my main danger. But look, Soho Monza enjoys the big tracks, and we'll be driving to make the race a staying test. And hopefully for the connections, you can finally get over the line in the Metropolitan Stakes.
And is that the best each way for you of the night? You've got a best for the stable?
Yeah, the stable. Well, I did like Crusader Banner, but the draw was a massive blow. So I have to stick with Vapor. He's pretty good at running second, so each way Vapor.
Thanks for your time, mate, and best of luck in the last, and best of luck on Friday night.
Thanks a lot, Matt.